Now today, 2 of homecomings for the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower Strike Group returning from the war on terrorism. This was the scene today at Naval Air Station Oceana and Chambers Field. That's where several air wings roared back into town after some 7 months overseas, primarily conducting combat operations over Iraq and Afghanistan. 13 News military reporter Mike Gooding is live in the newsroom with more on today's Happy Homecomings.
Well, Regina, you know it's always a beautiful sight, and today was no exception as the airplanes roared in to sight and long-lost families were reunited.
Go get him, boy!
After 7.5 months of waiting, it was time to bust loose as the 61 aircraft which made up the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower Air Wing returned home to Hampton Roads. Finally. Wave after wave of crisp formations of FA-18 Hornets and Super Hornets soared majestically over Naval Air Station Oceana, signaling the end of a grueling wartime deployment. Returning to Oceana were Strike Fighter Squadrons 83, 103, 131, and 143.
What's it mean to have them back?
It's awesome. It's just great.
While gone, they flew more than 3,400 combat sorties over Iraq and Afghanistan. Job one, protecting U.S. and coalition forces on the ground.
Trying to provide security and stability to a region that really doesn't know security and stability. It's just not in their dictionary.
Pretty much every day out there, especially in Afghanistan, the guys were getting shot at down there, so we're able to use our training and now our weapon systems, and it was pretty good to be able to do some good work to help them out.
At Naval Station Norfolk, the Tiger Tails of Carrier Airborne Early Warning Squadron 125 and their E-2C Hawkeyes returned as well, equally proud of the vital role they played.
We went to several different geographic regions and were able to support them and do the very best we could, and I think we did an outstanding job.
And it wasn't just Iraq and Afghanistan. In January, Air Wing 7 provided cover as a U.S. gunship struck suspected al-Qaeda targets in Somalia. And in March, when Iran captured British Royal Navy sailors and Marines, the carrier and aircraft conducted show-of-force operations off the Iranian coastline. Reporting live in the newsroom, Mike Gooding, 13 News.
And tomorrow, the carrier Eisenhower will return to Naval Station Norfolk. More than 6,000 sailors of the strike group were deployed in October. It's the longest carrier deployment since 2003.
A major homecoming. 6 squadrons with Carrier Air Wing 7 return after a 7-month deployment. I'm military reporter Melanie Woodrow. I'll have the story coming up.
Plus, a happy return for some local heroes fighting in Iraq. The homecoming of the Ike's Air Wing is next at 6.
We have superior pilots, but even more, our maintainers are some of the best in the world.
One by one, 3 more squadrons, VFA 143, 131, and 83 return home to fanfare, open arms, and children.